Um. All right. So somebody had actually asked me today. They said, "Papa God, can you look into this?" Apparently, people are really outraged by this Latina woman who won. They were crowned a queen at the HBCU in Maryland. Now, an HBCU stands for Historically Black Community College or something like that. It's a black college or university. I think it's college university. And people are very upset. Now, I don't know why yet, but I know why. Okay, you know, because I'm a woke guy. Okay, and let me explain. This is why I think people are upset. Pretty sure people are upset because a non-black person won like queen at the college, and because she aligns more with what we would consider Western beauty standards than black people, and so now black people are upset about it. Woke black people. I feel like most people don't give it, don't care at all. But that's what it is. Okay, I'm telling you right now, that's what it's gonna be. But I'm gonna watch this video on it. So let's watch this instead.
Coppin State University in Baltimore, Maryland is facing a lot of backlash due to their new HBCU queen being a Latina woman by the name of Keelan Perez. She is 22 years old, also a nursing student and a sergeant in the U.S. Army.
Wow. Okay.
Now, she is saying she kind
I mean, it does sound like a typical black woman, though, right? Like a nursing student in the Army. I don't know. Mostly the nursing. The hospital I go to is like all black women. God bless them, okay? The world doesn't move without black women or this wonderful wand. Wingardium Leviosa.
kind of had a feeling that would happen.
Okay. And
she feels like she's being discriminated against because a lot of people, as they went to her TikTok where she posted the news, they're saying, I'm confused, what's going on?
Are the people in the school upset with her, or is it just the people on TikTok? Because I feel like people at school probably don't care.
State seems like they're selling out and things like that. Now, Coppin State University said this. Keelan represents Coppin well in word and deed with grace, humility, and resilience. She is a great ambassador for our university, our diverse student body, and all we stand for. They also say Eagle Nation stands with Keelan Perez, and we are proud to call her our 91st Miss Coppin State University.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, just on face value, like, yeah, she's like a conventionally attractive girl. But then on top of that, like, she is a nursing student. She is like in the military in some capacity. Like, this is somebody that you would generally look as kings or queens of like a university shouldn't just be about how attractive you are. It really shouldn't be about that at all. We should be kind of moving it. I feel like in general, like, this is beauty pageant-esque, not quite a beauty pageant, but you know what I mean? Shouldn't be centralized around who's attractive. It should be centralized around like who is the best overall person. So like, who cares if you look good? You know, this is a person that seems very accomplished. Nurses are very important to our society. I think nurses like is a thankless job that's like underpaid and overworked, frankly. That's a hard job, and they're in the military as well. So, like, you know, that's okay. That's something. No, but who cares?
Well, I guess, you know, it's nice for her. But what about the black women there that should have been crowned the queen there?
But, like, why should they have been? If you can prove to me that, like, there was a black woman who was better than that other woman, like, she was much more accomplished than that other person, then I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fucked up. They clearly wanted a Latino woman to win. But it sounds like they just thought that she was an excellent candidate. That's it.
And y'all notice how they said diverse? That is a new word that has replaced minority and, you know, goes along now with people of color.
Well, it's just diversity. It just means like a wide range of different people. But
trope that we hear a lot, because when you say diverse, that means everybody. Well, the last time I checked, the HBCU was for black students. So how are we getting this?
No, the last time you checked, okay, hold on. Let me see. When did HBCUs become not black only? Okay, because I'm pretty sure 1964. Okay, so last time you checked, it was okay. Let me just hear that again.
Everybody. Trope that we hear a lot, because when you say diverse, that means everybody. Well, the last time I checked, the HBCU was for black students. So
okay, it's been 1964 was the last time that HBCUs were exclusively for black students. Okay, or 1963, I guess. Just letting you know
Z King super chatted $10. I feel bad for her because she's getting backlash for something that isn't her fault.
That's
but
true
I
as
do
well.
understand the origin of resentment, but can't say I fully agree with the resentment.
Listen, man, if you're like, hey, this is frustrating because this is like a predominantly black space, and as black people, we feel like we don't get the proper representation in like our everyday world. I think that that's a fair argument, but I feel like sitting here and trying to play like the segregation argument is like, well, black schools are only for black people. It's like, no, they're not. They're historically black colleges. And when we decided to rightfully create a society that didn't segregate, it's like, yeah, we have to open up HBCUs to white people and Latino people and whatever other, you know, people as well. I can understand the frustration, kind of. I mean, I'm a white man, so like I've literally like I got no skin in any game. I'm just fucking on easy mode, baby. But I feel like yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You know, the school chose it.
How are we getting this everybody thing going within spaces that are supposed to be for black people? Well, that's kind of the problem with us as black people and all of our organizations. We just cannot gatekeep things for us. We got to allow everybody else to come in and partake of what's supposed to be for us. I mean, we barely have anything for ourselves now, but at the universities, we are now seeing where they have white HBCU queens and now Latino HBCU queens and things like that. And so I just wonder, when are we going to finally decide that we should have things for ourselves? I wonder how some of those black women feel there. Yeah, they're probably going along with it.
No, I do wonder how they feel there. Do they feel like they've had anything taken from them? Because that would be an interesting conversation to have. Okay.
And pretending like they're okay, but I would imagine some of them are like, you know what, that's messed up. That should be a crown that we wear. But again, as Dr. Claude Anderson always says, when we call ourselves minorities, people of color, now this diverse thing, we end up not getting what is for us to get because you have everybody else that's included in that. Of course, we know with affirmative action, it was supposed to be for black people, but white women benefited the most from it. And so we're starting to see these things
from HBCUs. From like affirmative action type programs. Yeah, probably white women. Probably, yeah, they have. I think benefited the most.
Unfold in the HBCUs.
Wait, that's a good question. Wait, my understanding is that HBCUs are still like 75% black. I could be wrong. Who voted for it? Who voted for it? Like, did the students vote for her to win? Because then wouldn't that, like, who voted for it? I don't even know.
I say shame on the administration there at Coppin State University for allowing that to take place. Now I know you might
get like 74% are black, 11% are white, 5% were Hispanic or Latino, then like 9.7% were from other backgrounds. Okay.
A little bit of trouble saying, well, no Latinos or, you know, allowed to win. But I don't know. I just think there's some things that you could do.
I'm sorry, what would you say?
Latino for allowing that to take on the administration there at Coppin State University for allowing that to take place. Now I know you might get in a little bit of trouble saying, well, no Latinos or, you know, allowed to win.
You would get in trouble. It's racist, yeah.
But I don't know. I just think there's some things that you could do, but to hang on to that, like we're proud and this, that, and the other. Why are you proud? Why are you proud that you gave that title to a Latino woman?
Well, probably because she's just a good woman. It sounds like she's an accomplished young woman, and that's about as deep as that. That's it. And students probably voted until she was hot too. I don't know what to tell you.
Instead of a black woman.
Hey, in all honesty, if the students vote, and I'm not 100% sure if they are, I can't find it, and they're 90% or they're 74% black. This is actually not a conversation about racism. This is a conversation about colorism. I mean, I guess it is a deep conversation because if 74% of the students are black, and we'll say half of those are black men, that means the black men thought that the Latino woman was more attractive, and that gets into a conversation about fucking colorism, and that is an even deeper conversation, I guess, about Western beauty standards being very invasive onto the beauty standards all over. But I mean, like, listen, man. At the end of the day, I feel like who cares? I can see why people might be upset because it's a historically black college. I mean, I'm white, I guess, so it's like whatever. But then at the same time, like, I feel like maybe there's other issues to work on, you know? Like maybe that colorism issue. Or maybe proper education in poor black areas, like getting the finances to those areas. probably a little more important than a Latino woman who seems to be an outstanding citizen winning the fucking award.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.